Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Mixon on second down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On third down, Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. On first down, Mixon. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now they go play action now. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action. Mariota. It's complete to Watt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play. Play fake. Mariota. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs.
Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Bengals have recovered it. On my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember, they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Big 13.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. An option handoff here to Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And just a yard to go here on second down. Off the play fake, Mariota. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
It's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake. Yeah,
he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. $17-0 our score after 1. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Rodgers on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay up.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From midfield now, Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Burrow on play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengalsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jakeem Grant there to make the grab. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16.
Steelers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They go play action with Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
T. Higgins.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Jakeem Grant now to return.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. Looking deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, Mariota. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
He's going to let this one go deep.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10.
Play action now, Mariota. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, it's Harris, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the 1st down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 41, Mariota. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Here we go, here we go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh, he shifts past him and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
98 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Burrow on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is Jakeem Grant. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
1st down, Mariota.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Mariota.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 9. To throw Mariota. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We got 4. We got 1.
They go play action. Mariota. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50. The 30. And a super return as he gets this all the way down inside the 25-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here comes Grant on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon able to slither by. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Alex Highsmith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
McPherson's kick is good.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
The return man is Grant.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
A first down throw for Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. Actually, I've heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
On first down, Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of